بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. This is Aqaid Nasafiyaa. We are at the page 5, end of fourth line. وله صفات أزلية قائمة بذاته وهي لا هو ولا غيره. Okay. وله, Allah has, وله, he has صفات, qualifications, صفات. وله صفات, he has صفات أزلية, أزلي, no beginning, no end, infinite. وله صفات أزلية قائمة بذاته. وله, there is for him صفات. Allah has صفات أزلي. His صفات are أزلي. What we know about his صفات, like 99 names of Allah, all صفات, Rahman, Rahim, Qayyum, Hayy, Qayyum, Qadim, all صفات. Each one of them is أزلي. Because Allah is azali, his sifat is azali, are azali. It is not possible for azali being have something not azali, which is hadis, muhdas. I explained earlier, hadis, muhdas, joining to him, sticking to him, later, after no beginning. Not possible. Allah himself is azali, his sifatun is azali, are azali. Azali, infinite. Infinite, not no end, only no beginning. Anything no end must have no beginning. Azali, abadi, eternal. So sometimes we mix. We ascribe eternity to endlessness, no end. But any eternal thing must have no beginning, no end at the beginning too. Otherwise, anything began with beginning cannot be eternal, no end. So what the book is saying, وَلَهُ, there is for him صِفَاتٌ صِفَاتَانِ صِفَاتٌ أَزَلِيَّةٌ أَزَلِي. Allah's صفات are azali. Now, what is the status of these azali صفات? Allah is Rahim, Allah is Kalim, speaks. Allah is Alim, knows. Allah is Qadir, all powerful. These sifat, Hayyun, Qayyumun, Qadirun, Alimun, Alimun, these sifat, are they standing independent? independent from His, capital H, being, existence? Are they one with His existence or separate from His existence? Do they have independence, entity, identity, entity? Are they separate, independent entity? There is Alim, Qadir, Kalim. Or they are one with Allah. This is what the following sentence is answering. Qa'imatun, standing. Qiyam, standing. Standing. Bizatihi, with His Zat. These sifat are standing, existing with Zat of Allah. Zat, Himself, capital H, Himself, Allah, Allah self, Allah self, self of Allah. So He is Qaim, these sifat, each of them Qaimun bizatihi, existing with Him, with Allah. But a little explanation more. La huwa, they are not Him. Allah sifat, Allah sifatullah, Allah sifat, la huwa, not Him. Huwa goes to Allah. Wala, neither ghayruhu, different than Him. Where in interfaith meetings, when these subjects come, when I explain this is the Islamic Aqaid, they all get confused. Sifatullah are Qaim with the Zat of Allah, the self of Allah, but they are not Allah, not away from Allah. They are not Him, Allah's Zat. They are not away from Him or have no relation with Him. They are not having no relation with Him. Why is it like that? Because if Allah's sifat had different than Him, away from Him, from Allah, because they are azali abadi, they must have been themselves ilah, God. Because anything standing independent, azali abadi, is Allah, is ilah, God. So we cannot separate them away, because it ends up clashing with Islamic principle. Allah is one. Allahu huwal wahidu. Qul huwallahu ahad. So we cannot think or chain of thinking, we cannot take the route of rational logic, going to something, ending something, clashing with the Quran. Quran says, Wallahu wahid, Allah is one. So, we cannot make another independent God or goddess or something outside of Ilah. Okay, This is so we negate sifat being غير, other than him. وَلَا إِلَهَ غَيْرُ. غير, other than him. They are not other than him. But they are not him too. Why? Because in Quran Allah says Allah, then says Alimu, then says Sami'u, then says Basiru. So Basir, Alim, Sami', these sifat are separate words, independent words, independent than Allah. Allah himself says, Wallahu Alimun, Allah is Alim. So Alim must not be him too. So we are in a dilemma, Muslims, or middle way in thinking. Middle way is what? Sifatullah is not him, not other than him. La huwa wa la ghayruhu. You must memorize this. Young girls, what are you doing? What are you doing? Memorize this. Always. Don't memorize other things. Memorize Quran, memorize this. Don't hang up other things. These are good things. وَلَهُ صِفَاتٌ أَزَلِيَّةٌ قَائِمٌ بِذَاتِهِ وَهِيَ صفات, plural. Here is mufrad, feminine, goes to plural. لَا هُوَ وَلَا غَيْرُهُ. Marvelous. وَهِيَ صفات, Sifatullah, وَهِيَ Sifatullah are the following. Al-ilmu, ilm, you know, to know, knowledge. Allah knows, alimun, 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 allamun, ya'lamu, ya'lamullah, all Quran. These are taken from all Quran. So Allah's sifat is what? Alimu, ilmu. Ilm is noun, but we can put in adjective form. Alimun, Arabic. Knowledge is his sifat. But this knowledge is not comparable to the knowledge of any other beings other than Allah. Why? Allah's things are mukhalafatun lil hawadis. Not like hawadis. Laysa kamithlihi shay'un. You memorized this before. Laysa kamithlihi shay'un. There is nothing like him. So, word is the same, knowledge is the same, but this knowledge, Allah's knowledge, is azali, abadi, as opposed to any other things or human beings' knowledge. Well, qudratu, qudra, power, ability, qadir. You write only, Maryam, you write only what you don't know. Don't write what you know. Okay? وهي العلم, صفات is العلم علم, والقدرة قدرة, power, ability, والحياة, life, حياة, حي, Allah is حي, والقوة, power, energy, capability, قوة, والسمع, hearing, Allah is سميع, والبصر, seeing, Allah is بصير, والإرادة, will, Allah has will. إذا أراد شيئا, when Allah has irada of something. Irada will, verb irada is used in Quran. Fa'il is him. Wallahu yaf'alu ma yurid. Murid. Yurid. Irada, urida, yuridu, yuradu. So, Allah has irada because Quran ascribes the verb irada to him. وَالْمَشِيئَةُ Mashi'ah. Mashi'ah, another will. Sha'a. Sha'Allah. Yasha'u. Liman yasha'u. وَالْفِعْلُ فِعْل. Acting, doing. Allah is fa'il. فَعَالٌ. يَفْعَلُ مَا يَشَاءُ. يَفْعَلُ اللَّهُ مَا يَشَاءُ. Quran. All Quran. وَالتَّخْلِيقُ Creation. Allah is creates. يخلق خالق خلق الله السماوات والأرض. Whole Quran full of these words. وَالتَّرْزِيقُ رزق رزاق ترزيق رزاق ترزيق رزاق. Allah is sustainer, feeder, nurturer, nourisher, food giver, rizq. Well, kalamu, saying kalam. Allah is kalim, Allah is mutakallim. وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ Allah spoke, kalima, Musa. Allah, وَيُكَلِّمُ Allah yukallim, kalam. So, that is also sifat. These are not tahdidi. These are not limiting lines. These are tamsili. These are exemplary. There are more. Okay. Now, well, kalamu, kalam. Last one was kalam. Allah speaks. Quran, kalamullah, Allah's words. Allah spoken. Torah, Allah's word. Injil, Allah's word. Suhuf, Allah's word, as Quran mentions. Zabur, Dawood, Allah's words. Maybe some more, we don't know. But these are mentioned in Quran. These are, so now, the book is going to engage into kalam, connected to Quran. What did we say before? له صفات أزلية قائمة بذاته هي لا هو ولا غيره. Allah has صفات. So Allah ezeli ebedi. Allah's kalam ezeli ebedi. Quran on the table, how could be azali? Because I am touching, I am seeing ink, paper, pronouncing, sound. Is that azali? So it is a complex thing. Began in 2nd century of Islam. At the end of 1st century of Islam, people argued, is Quran makhluq, created, or not makhluk. Another word, which part of Quran is azali, which part is not azali, because it is kalamullah. When you say kalam, kalam is azali. Allah's sifat is azali. So that is entering into this paragraph, entering to that subject. Lahula, Allah, him, mutakallimun, is sayyir. Kallama, kallama kullima, takallama tukullima, yatakallamu yutakallamu, mutakallimun. Ismul fa'il from babu tafa'ul, tafa'ul bab. وهو Allah, him is what? Mutakallimun, is speaker, teller, sayer, bikalamin, with words. So he is mutakallim. Kalam is ascribed to him. Okay? Huwa kalam sifatun, is sifat, is sifat. Lahu, for him, this is Allah's sifat, azaliyatun, azali. His kalam is azali. But letters, ink, Quran, laysa, not min jinsil hurufi, from the type, category of letters. Allah's kalam is azali, but not shaped and limited and given form of letters. Because letters are makhluk. Letters are limited. Letters. Huruf, harf. Walaswati, sounds. Sounds, voices. When somebody reads Quran, Qul huwa Allahu ahad, there is a sound, there is voice. This voice is makhluk, but Allah's kalam is not makhluk. Without having these voices, no voice, no sound, no letters. Because letters and sound limits. Allah's sifat, kalam, has no limits. وهو kalam, him, sifatun is sifat, kalam is sifat, munafiyatun, opposite. Lissukuti, silence, quiet. Well, afati. Really, I don't understand why the word afat is here. Must have something, either different word or different meaning. وهو, that kalam is sifatun sifat, munafiyatun, opposite, lissukuti, of silence. Kalamullah, kalam saying, telling, that is something which is opposite of silent, not saying, not telling. Afa, the word afa is like catastrophe, like danger, like big trouble, commotion. Why it is like that, I don't know here. Now, he described the kalam like abstract, Allah's kalam. Now he is coming, Wallahu Allah Ta'ala, the highest one, most high, transcendental. Allah is mutakallimun, mutakallim. Means having kalam. Allah himself has kalam. Biha amirun. Mutakallimun, mutakallim. Biha, with that, amirun, with that sifa. Amirun is orderer. Allah is amir, orderer. Orderer, do's. Allah said, Aqimu, as-salah, anfiqu. Establish the prayer. Anfiqu, you do infaq. Nahin, Allah is nahiyun, nahi maker, preventer, prohibitor. Amr bil ma'ruf, nahi anil munkar. Mukhbirun, giver of khabar. Allah is mukhbir. Khabar. Khabar, Quran, all khabar. Generations came, nations destroyed, history, historic events, everything in Quran. So, Allah is mutakallim, Allah is amir, Allah is nahi, Allah is mukhbir. Quran ascribes nahi, amr, akhbar, ikhbar, kalam to Allah as a verb. Ascribes. Well, Quran. As to Quran, what is Quran? Well, Quran is what? Kalamullah, the word of Allah. Allah's kalam. Ta'ala. Transcendental. غير مخلوق is not مخلوق. This is Sunni, Aqaid. Well-Qur'anu kalamullahi, غayru makhluqin, is not created. Well-Qur'anu kalamullahi. Kalamullah, Qur'an, غayru makhluq, is not makhluq. Big argument, makhluq, not makhluq, makhluq, not makhluq. وهو Quran, مكتوب, written, كتب كتب, مكتوب, written, في مصاحفنا, in our mushafs. Mushaf, Quran, the book form. That is maktub, written, recorded in mushaf. We see it is Kalamullah on our table. Quran is Mus'haf. Quran Kalamullah, Maktubun. Mahfuzun fi qulubina. Mahfuzun, protected. Memorized, hifz. Fi qulubina, in our hearts. Maktubun fi masahifina. Mahfuzun, hafiza, hufiza. Mahfuzun, ismul maf'ul. في قلوبنا قلب. مقروء, recited, read. قرأ, قرئ, يقرأ, يقرأ. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. اقرأ قراءة. مقروء. Maryam, don't write مقروء. مقروء already you know. مقروء, you know. مقروء قرأ قرئ يقرأ يقرأ. مقروء recited. بألسنتنا with our lisans. ألسنة لسان لسانان لسانين ألسنة جمع مكسر. It is recited in our tongues with our tongues. مسموع heard, listened to. سمع سمع. سمع الله لمن حمده. Don't write, Maryam. سمع الله. I will remind you what you know, what you don't know. مسموع heard. بآذاننا with our ears. What we hear, somebody recites and hear, that is Quran. مسموع في آذاننا. مسموع. غير بدل حال فيها. Quran has not hulul. Hulul in them. فيها in that. In Mus'haf. In qalb. In al-sinah. In azan. No hulul. Hulul like dissolved in it. Halla. Hulul. Dissolved in it. Quran is not dissolved in our tongue when we read tongues, not dissolved in our ears when we hear, not dissolved in sounds when somebody says, really not hulul. Hulul like annihilating that thing in it. Christians, maybe some Christians, are thinking that Allah has hulul in Jesus Christ. So there is no more Al-Ilah God. Jesus Christ himself has absorbed Ilah. Hulul. Special meaning for hulul. I think we will conclude here for today.